Servants of SAVA by Thunderhawk. Chapter 3 A Meeting of Fates. 2 days after departing from Meyerberg, Arcadia was plodding onward. He found himself in yet another bizarre locale. Within these turvy timber woods, as Arcadia's notes called them, everything was formed with an upside-down structure. The trees were upside down, waterfalls flowed in reverse, and even the animals, every single bird and squirrel and deer, had a head that was completely twisted around, their chins facing the sky. It was quite unnerving. Arcadia had his hand constantly at his scabbard. He could tell that his horse, Orion, was completely on edge. This entire forest just felt wrong. Unfortunately for both of them, the sun was already starting to set. It didn't seem as though they'd make it out of these woods without having to stay the night. As nightfall hit, Arcadia found a nice little clearing next to a river. He bound Orion in with a lead and lit a fire. He had a store of dehydrated rations that he could boil and have for dinner on nights when he wasn't staying in a town. He got a small pot of water up and going and began mixing up his food. Through inverted leaves and gnarled bark, a single eye gazed into Arcadia. What a strange and fancy-looking man. An all-black outfit and long pink hair, not to mention the aura of SAVA inside of him. This man was special. No, more than special. He looked so utterly delicious. "Hey!" a boy poked out from the surrounding foliage. Arcadia jumped and looked at the stranger. He had shaggy blonde hair, a single golden eye, and a sharp canine tooth poking out from between his lips. Arcadia was frozen. He knew this boy. The description he'd heard fit this stranger perfectly. This was the murderer, Cody Roscoe. Hello? Arcadia tried to keep his calm. Cody could already see the cortisol rising in Arcadia's nervous system. It was a twinge of fear that Cody needed to put at ease. "I'm Cody," he said. "I was just passing through and saw the smoke from your fire. If it's not a big deal, we could bunk together for the night." Arcadia pondered for a moment. "I have no qualms with that. Come, take a seat." What are you cooking in that pot? It smells good." Cody sat down. "I am rehydrating a package of ground sausage. You're welcome to have some if you'd like." "Oh yeah, man, I'm hungry as shit." Cody unloaded his bag. "What's your name, by the way? I don't think I caught it." "I am Expedition Scout XE701 of the Omnipole Expedition Department, but you may call me Arcadia." "Oh, a fancy guy, huh? That's quite the getup you have on there." "It is standard issue for someone of my position," Arcadia replied. "Oh, I'm sure. Is that pot of food ready, by the way?" Let me see." Arcadia checked the pot. "It appears to be done enough. I can prepare a bowl for you." Arcadia dished some out for Cody. Cody slurped up a spoonful. "Could use a little more flavor, but it's pretty good." "I agree." Arcadia took a bowl for himself. They both dug into the boiled meat. Arcadia kept his eye on Cody. This was the boy who killed a whole theater troupe of people? He could tell how they were tricked by him. His demeanor was very unassuming. But Arcadia knew that there was darkness underneath. Was this boy just an erratic psychopath? Or was he intentionally hiding a series of sadistic desires behind this facade of his? Arcadia knew that being around him was a risk, but he was also very curious to figure out who this boy truly was. Cody could see the anxiety still dwelling in Arcadia's gut. This man was antsy for sure, but Cody was still determined to see him lower his guard. He wanted to see Arcadia relaxed and comfortable. It would make the part that comes after all the more beautiful. Arcadia finished his bowl as Cody did. He looked up at Cody. "I know what you are, Cody Roscoe." "What?" Cody was struck with surprise. "A servant of SAVA and a killer of men," Arcadia said. "That is what you really are, is it not?" "What are you talking about?" "I've been told about a boy with your exact description. You've killed innocent people." Arcadia remained wholly serious. "They must have been talking about someone else. I mean, I wouldn't hurt anybody." "Are you playing the fool with me, or are you just that crazy?" Arcadia stood up. I have no intention of playing these kinds of games with you, Mr. Roscoe. Cody could see that there was no getting out of this. His friendly smile faded away, and he looked up at Arcadia with a cold darkness in his eyes. Who was it? Cody said. What? Who told you about me? There was a woman by the name of Dolly. You murdered her entire theater troupe. Cody paused for a moment, and then he laughed. God, I knew that lady was going to be trouble, he cackled. So you admit it? Arcadia took a step forward. What do you want me to say? I'm not usually sloppy with my victims, but there were a lot of those guys. It's not my fault one of them slipped through the cracks. Cody wore a sinister grin. Why? Arcadia's face showed only disgust. Why did they have to die? Why does anyone have to die? Old age? Brain cancer? Getting ripped apart by some wasteland monster? What difference does it make if I killed someone just because I felt like doing it? That's as good a reason as any for a person to die. You are despicable. Oh, sure I am, fancy ass. Cody laughed. How about you come over here and show me just how bad you think I am, huh? Cody Roscoe, Arcadia drew his sword. By the authority of the great state of Omnipole, I hereby declare your arrest. Comply now, or I shall have to use force. You're trying to arrest me? What are you, stupid? Cody reached into his jacket. Arcadia rushed up to him. Cody pulled a revolver and quickly fired at Arcadia's face. Arcadia just barely flinched. The bullet glanced off his cheekbone. Of course, Cody knew Arcadia's skin was like armor. Arcadia's eyes, though, they were just as vulnerable as anyone else's. Arcadia brought up his knee. Cody rolled backwards. He could perfectly detect every inch of Arcadia's movements. There was no attack that Cody couldn't see through. Arcadia swung Warhead forward. Cody dodged. He swung again. Cody dodged again. All Cody needed was to get in position. A single good shot could scramble Arcadia's brain in an instant. He just needed to line it up. Suddenly, Cody found his back against a tree. Arcadia sliced Warhead with an arcing motion. Cody ducked, and Arcadia's blade cleaved through the trunk, collapsing the upside-down tree with a single attack. Cody scrambled out of the way as Arcadia heaved wooden debris back into the forest. Orion was now bucking around in fear. Cody reoriented himself and cocked his revolver. Arcadia came stomping through from fallen branches, and with that, Cody's shot was clear. With a single bullet, he would end this man like so many others. Cody pointed the barrel at Arcadia's eye. Suddenly, Cody was sent flying from behind. While he wasn't looking, Orion had anxiously frenzied and hoofed a fat kick into his back. Cody was now on the ground, reeling from the enormous blow. Arcadia came over to him. Dazed, Cody grabbed his gun. Arcadia brought the hilt of Warhead down into Cody's forehead. With a single strike, he was out like a light. Cody's eyes slowly oozed awake. The sun was up. It was early morning. He could feel that his arms were bound beside him. He was tied up against an upside-down tree. He was still at the campsite. Arcadia was sitting before him, writing something down in a journal. Hey, Cody said. Arcadia looked up. Oh, you're awake. What are you doing over there? I'm recording notes from my expedition, Arcadia replied. Right. Cody paused. So, you have me tied up here? Yes. Why aren't I dead? I thought you would kill me. I'm still figuring out what to do with you. Arcadia closed his notebook. Your case is a strange one. What's so strange about it? I'm a maniac killer. The world will be better off if I was dead. Well, you see, killing someone in the heat of combat is one thing, but I have you captured here is different. What's the difference? Cody replied. The right thing to do is to let a man have a fair trial for himself before putting him to death. You may not value human life, but I do, Mr. Roscoe. You don't have to call me Mr. Roscoe, man. You can just call me Cody. Well, either way, Cody, I have quite the dilemma before me. A state-sanctioned trial would be preferable for you, but how could that be adequately arranged? The logistics of dragging you to any sort of courthouse would be a nightmare under the conditions of this wasteland, and even if that were not an issue, how could a proper trial even be conducted? How could culpable evidence be gathered and presented for a situation like this? What I am left with is a position where I am currently your sole arbitrator, Cody. I am the judge, jury, and executioner of your case. I may either end you here or let you free. I have more than enough reason to kill you. Heavens know you deserve it more times over than I could possibly understand, but you have yet to make a case for yourself. Most likely, you will die. But before that, make your argument. Explain why I shouldn't bring your life to an end right now. Why you shouldn't kill me? Ha! Why would I argue that? You should kill me. I'm a murderer. You wish to die? Arcadia raised an eyebrow. Well, I don't think anyone wants to die, but I don't really want to be alive either, so... You don't want to be alive? What do you mean? Life is a big fat load of pain and misery and absolute bullshit, man. Why would I want to be alive? But life is beautiful, no? Living is beautiful. The world is beautiful. Well, sure it is. But all that shit is just a distraction. That's all it is. We distract ourselves with moments of beauty, but at the end of the day, everything just sort of sucks. Everything beautiful will eventually die, and when all is said and done, we'll be left with just more pain, just more bullshit. It's the only constant in this horrible shit for fuck existence of ours. Life is pain. That's all it is. So, if I kill you, that would make you happy? Why do you think I tried to kill you? I don't like to fight people I wouldn't want slit in my throat, Arcadia. I could have just run away, you know. But you are special. When I first saw you, I knew that it'd either be you or me. One of us was going to kill the other. I was so excited to find out which. Interesting. What a curious perspective you have. It is quite deranged. That's just the way it is, man. You said you were drawn to me. Why? Well, first off, I can see that power of SAVA inside you, Cody began. But also your whole thing, man. I love it. The all black makes you look all dark and mysterious. And the pink hair. Oh, the hair! How is it natural? Anyone else would assume it's dyed, but I can see into it. That's some delectable homegrown goodness you have there. How is that even possible? How do you know these things? You saw that I had a gift from SAVA just by looking at me? It's this psychopompous eye. SAVA gave it to me. It lets me see things in people. Every inch of you, inside and out, even supernatural powers. I can see it all with this eye of mine. Fascinating. So, you can see everything about my body simply by looking at me. That's, well, a little unnerving to say the least. Yeah, man. I can see all the blood in your veins, all the marrow in your bones, every neuron in your skull. Hell, I can even see what you had for breakfast this morning, Cody laughed. And that's how I knew. I saw SAVA's power inside you, and I knew that our fates were connected. We were just destined to kill each other. I knew it from the moment I laid eyes on you. Arcadia took a pause. This eye of yours, you called it a psychopompous eye, as in it makes you a psychopomp, a deliverer of souls to the afterlife? Heh, well, I guess you could say that, Cody chuckled. You did not give it this name yourself, did you? SAVA did, yes? Dude, do I look like the kind of person who knows what psychopompous means? All right. Arcadia opened his journal back up and began writing more notes. Why do you give a shit? Who cares where the name came from? Gathering information on these sorts of things is my mission as an expedition scout. The post gods are key to figuring out the deeper secrets of the post world and the great anti-baptism. Post gods? Like SAVA, you mean? Yes, godlike entities of the post world, Arcadia clarified. That is the designation we have for them in Omnipole. You're telling me there's other spirits like SAVA out there? Well, there are several other entities of which the classification of is still up for debate, but there are only two that are definitive. The first is SAVA, of course. The other is a creature by the name of Malthusian. We have an extensive archive of records and accounts describing the arrival of some inscrutable city-sized monster during the anti-baptism. It ravaged entire nations and reshaped the land to its will. Its current whereabouts are unknown, but its existence and the catastrophic effects it had on our planet are undeniable. Oh, great, yeah. This wasteland just keeps on getting better and better, huh? Yes, well, it is the world we're living in, so understanding it is important, Arcadia replied. Yeah, sure, whatever. As far as I'm concerned, it's all just a bunch of crazy bullshit anyway. Why even bother trying to figure it out? So that we may make the world a better place. Is that not a worthy goal? The world is fucked, man. Everything is fucked. You want to make the world a better place? Go back in time 100 years and stop the end of the world. If you can do that, then great. Otherwise, we're stuck in this shithole forever now. Why not try to just have fun while we're at it, huh? Why waste our lives trying to fix problems that'll never be solved? What a defeatist attitude you have, Cody. I believe that the world can be better. That is the creed of Omnipole, the grand design. A better society, a perfect society, one without prejudice, one without tyranny, one without poverty or war or suffering. Even against all odds, it is that dream that keeps us going, that keeps us alive. Dreams are useless. They never got me shit. All they do is hurt you with all sorts of false hope. That's all dreams are, Arcadia. Just disappointment waiting to happen. You had a dream once? Arcadia said. Well, yeah, I was a stupid kid like anyone else. I had a gang. The Dragon's Angels, that's what we called ourselves. And we were cool as fuck, too. You better believe we were cool as fuck. I used to think I would grow up to be a senior member of the Angels. I thought I would get to spend my life with them. But now they're gone. I'm the only angel left. And did any of that matter? Did the Dragon's Angels amount to anything before they all got brutally murdered? Nope, not a damn thing. All that's left is a sad little freak who kills people for fun. What a legacy, huh? It didn't matter? Of course it did. Why pretend like you don't care? You lost the people who were close to you, Cody. Does that amount to nothing? You're damn right it doesn't. Absolutely nothing. Your nihilistic coping is sad, Cody. You're making excuses for yourself. What now? You're just using fancy words to try and make me sound like a dumbass. But you know I'm right. This world is fucked, and nothing means anything anymore. Who the fuck cares? Nihilism is when you take a perceived lack of meaning, and rather than constructing new meaning, you let that emptiness overtake you and destroy your soul. Arcadia replied, That is what you're doing. You are making up excuses to try and justify murder. It is pathetic. Ugh, whatever, man. Fuck you. Cody spit in his direction. Just kill me already, dumbass. We are not done yet. Arcadia wrote something down in his notebook. Oh, God, just kill me, man. Do you really want to just keep yammering on forever and ever? You know what to do with me. Just get it over with. Arcadia was silent for a moment. My hair. You wanted to know how it is pink? Ugh, sure. Why is your hair pink? As you said before, it is not dyed, but I wasn't born like this either. My hair began to slowly turn pink soon after I made my deal with SAVA. Why should I care? When I was just a boy, I found this strange old world magazine that had pictures of all of these models in exuberant, colorful outfits. There was one woman in the magazine that I became obsessed with back then. She had long, pink hair, just like what I have now. That magazine had an effect on me. It's even where I got my name from, Arcadia Fashion. So Sava also hooked you up with some lady's haircut from the past? Cool, whatever. Cody rolled his eyes. Also, you renamed yourself after a magazine? Not renamed. In Omnipole, we are not named at birth. We are simply given identification numbers, Arcadia said. It is only at the age of 13 do we come to name ourselves. I was told that Arcadia was not a proper name, especially for a boy, but I chose it anyway, because it was who I am. There is no other name that would suffice. God, you're fucking weird. Cody laughed. Is it better or worse now that I want you to kill me even more now? Why? What does this game of killing do for you? You've given up on life, and yet you didn't have to turn towards murder and death. Why this kind of life? What about it brings you pleasure? Well, Arcadia, when I watch someone die, I don't just see what you see. I see every single moment of it with my special eye. Every jerk, every spasm, every tiny iota of movement is immediate and clear. When you watch someone die, all you see is the pain on their face. When I watch someone die, I can see a landscape of human sensations dancing before me, and it is wonderful, Cody said. So that eye makes the experience pleasurable for you? Well, sure, but it's also about love. I don't kill people I don't love, Arcadia. At least, I don't like to. If I don't think someone is special, like you, they don't interest me, Cody replied. And think about it. What can a freak like me do for someone I love? Either I get to be the last thing they ever see, or if they beat me, I get to have the honor of having them be the last thing I ever see. It's a win-win situation, really. That's how monsters like me show love, Arcadia. All we can ever do is hurt people. That's just the way it is. Are you saying you love me? How is that possible? We barely know each other, and additionally, I thought you said you do not care about anything. If nothing matters, how can you come to feel love for someone? It doesn't make sense. As I said before, I can feel good, Arcadia. I know it's a distraction. It's all a distraction. But it's a damn good distraction. It's beautiful, Cody said, and maybe that's what's wrong with me. Maybe I just love too quickly. I see what I like, and I obsess over it more and more until I either kill it or it kills me. That's what makes me a monster. I just can't help myself, he laughed. Arcadia paused, and then spoke. Was there anyone in your gang that you loved in the same way that you love me? Cody stopped laughing. He opened his mouth to speak, and then stopped himself. He had nothing to say. Cody, Arcadia stood up. I've come to a verdict. A verdict? So you're finally gonna kill me, right? Cody smiled. Make it clean, baby. Or not. Do whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm just so excited for this bullshit to finally end already. Arcadia came right up to Cody, looking down at him. This is my verdict. Yeah? Yeah? You deserve death, Cody. You've ruined more lives than I can even imagine. You're a cold, nihilistic boy who turned to murder as a means of coping and became a monster. Frankly, it is disgusting. Arcadia continued. So then, I say death. Yes, finish me off good. Cody closed his eye with a euphoric expression. However, death not to your body, Arcadia said. Death to Cody Roscoe, the killer, the maniac, the empty soul. That is what must die. What? Cody looked up. Cody, your existence is empty and lost. You've given up on life because life gave up on you. You have no purpose, so you find joy in hurting those who do have purpose. You feed off of meaning because you have none of your own to live off of. Arcadia raised his sword. So then, I will put an end to this monster before me by ordaining you with a new meaning. What are you talking about? Cody was growing angry. Cody, you are one of the servants of SAVA. The Omnimind Matrix estimates that only about 1 in 10,000 individuals are even capable of developing a connection with SAVA, and far fewer ever actually do. What you have is an exceptionally rare gift. You use it to hurt others, but you don't have to. Just as there is a grand design for society, I too see a grand design for you, Cody. There is a better version of you in there. I can see it. You have given up on everything, but you have the power to be anything. The power you've received from SAVA. It is not just some toy for you to play with. It can be so much more. You can be so much more. No, this is all I am, man, Cody screamed. Just kill me! That's my destiny! It was not your destiny to kill me, and it is not my destiny to kill you either, Cody. I reject that fate, and give unto you a new destiny. Arcadia performed an anointing gesture with his blade. You shall be a new Cody Roscoe. You will not kill, you will not hurt, you will use your powers for the good of others, and cherish those you love rather than bringing them harm. That is your new destiny, Cody. Whether you choose to accept it or not does not matter. Your life is no longer meaningless. It is no longer empty. From the man you claim to love, the man you were willing to die for, you have received a new and special purpose. It is now up to you to be the best version of yourself. This is your grand design. That is my verdict. You can't just do that, you dick! Cody yelled. You waving your little sword around like a bitch doesn't give life meaning. This is all just bullshit! Arcadia sheathed Warhead back into its scabbard and began packing up his camping supplies. I'm a fucking monster, and if you don't kill me now, you'll live to regret it. You hear me? You'll live to regret it, motherfucker! Arcadia continued in a nonchalant manner. He unleashed Orion from his post. Don't you fucking leave me! Come over here and kill me! Just fucking kill me! Arcadia finished gathering his things and came over to Cody. You can use this to break out from the rope. Arcadia dropped a metal file at Cody's feet. By the time you are loose, I shall be long gone. Good luck, Cody. Your grand design is just waiting for you to accept it. Fuck you! Cody was huffing with rage. Arcadia turned back and saddled Orion. With that, he rode off into the depths of the Turvey Timber Woods, leaving Cody behind by himself. That motherfucker! Who does he think he is? Cody began furiously filing at the ropes around his body. Cody couldn't wait to show that man, that stupid Arcadia. He was going to kill him. He was going to show him that there would be no end to the killer Cody Roscoe. There was no saving him. His only retribution would be through death. He would make Arcadia see that. He would make him see it well.